Waka flocka, ladies and gentlemen, what's up?
Oh, cool. I'm excited. I'm not in front of the camera usually. It's kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's hard to find like pictures of you online.
No, I'm low key. Before picking up a camera, chill. Christmas, I got a flip camera. A flip was very popular in like 2011. And I was really into skate videos. A Canon T5i, and it was like DSLR, and Optica made fisheyes for it. And then you could also get, I think it was by Optica too, like a horseshoe, I don't know what you call it, just handle. That's kind of like what I use today is Canon C200, and I like everything now moving on, like it needs the handle. You could do anything. It's hard to, yeah, or like this.
Is there a reason that you use the camera that you use now? Is that like a style 60?
It is what I have. Yeah, it's just what I have. There's nicer stuff and whatever. Motion is an accumulation of just style. If you do something 1,000 times, it's gonna look a certain way. It's just how I see. It's just easy. It just comes easy. Like to me, it's hard for me to put a camera on a tripod and let it sit and just like all my day's work is done. And that's life. Like walking into a room, walking around a corner, or like coming up to someone close and like giving them a hug or something. You're constantly just like, I don't know, it's tough for me to see things still is all. Okay, this is what I got into skateboarding, and then you're watching skate videos, and then I could never like focus on the tricks that they were doing. For some reason, I could never see the tricks, or I could only see how was this filmed. And then just being a kid, like I want to do that.
Where did you learn how to edit stuff? Because that's like a whole different beast.
Yeah, same. Again, just watching skate videos and trying to copy them. An iMovie was really helpful, and then Final Cut Pro is like an iMovie on steroids, and that was really helpful. And then it got to a point where I was doing other stuff in Final Cut of like school projects or a short doc or music videos, and then really doing music videos in Final Cut, and I'm like, I can't, there has to be more here. And then I got Premiere, and Premiere was just like, you could do anything. So that's just repetition. It's like, editing is so awful.
What's your favorite part of the process then?
No, when it's done.
I'm a Houston, I feel like Ari, I just swore the hoe ain't ghost. There's niggas in the car behind me and they don't like.
How did I get into technicals? I really don't know much. Like, I wish I was a camera nerd, but I really don't know much. I just know like how to turn it on. I know like the settings, and that's it. I still use like a cheap lens. That's really it. Really technical. Film is so much of just the world around you that you can't control, and you're trying to like just have a controlled environment to where the video doesn't even like, it's so small. But it was neat like walking in, and I've never seen this before. They have film sets, they have an inventory, they have an edit bays, and they have like a theater room where you're sitting and watching. And that was amazing, coming from like a normal school and being like so upset. It was really awesome. That's what's so nice about the film program there is just for school assignments, they trained you on like having multiple batteries charged and having a schedule, having like paperwork when you show up of like, this is what our shots are gonna look like, and here's like a shot list of like, we need to knock these out. It taught me how to talk to establishments of like, can we shoot here, It taught me, and then what's nice about skateboarding, you're having to like sneak around and stuff, of like dodging people, and that kind of went into music videos as well, of like, we don't have any money, like how are we gonna go do these things? I guess, yeah, so yeah, school taught me how to like formally and professionally go into it, or just not show up unprepared.
And if I sign this deal, I'ma still ride with my steel. Never gave a fuck about a meal.
It's Instagram. So at DA, I reached a point at DA where I was like, yo, I need to get out of here. So I was like, well, what can I do? Like, music videos were popping, like Lyrical Lemonade and World Star, all types of blog channels. And I was like, well, let me try this. I like music, I like rap music. And I think that was it. I think it was just simple. I DM'd him and his manager. And then it just happened like the next day of working with him. And then it like went on World Star. And we did a few more videos afterwards.
Hey, yo, can you shout out Capri Cinema? Who? Capri Cinema. Capri what? Cinema? Yeah, Capri Cinema. Get it.
The plan was, even as like a young teenager, like I always want to move to LA. It was, I think like 2013, like LA was just popping at the time, or just like culture, like youthful culture, just I feel like at a height then. So that was always the plan of like, I'm going to LA, I'm gonna film skateboarding, and then getting older, I'm gonna do music videos. That was always the plan. So when it happened, I was like 18, turned 19, I was so ready to move, and I just left. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, like this is it, I have to pay rent, I gotta eat, and it's just videos. The first few years out there, like, fucking sucked. Just, I don't believe in the like troubled, starving artist, like he makes the greatest works when he's sad. It's like, no, dude, like, it just makes it more real of like, all right, you can't mess up. Like, you need this paycheck, you need to have good relationships. It just made it very real. That's like instead of, or you mentioned life and death versus a safe bubble, like it went to, not that it's life or death, but it got real very quick of all right, like this is how I'm gonna eat, this is my reputation, all that stuff comes into play.
But what was it about Kanye's work that like drew you to wanting to work with him?
Everything. That is the greatest artist of our time. His videos, his stage designs, his everything, like clothes, and then comes music. He's the greatest. Like, how could you not want to just like strive for working and learning and seeing just how the greatest artist works. He operates at such a different level of just like dozens of things going on at once, or I don't even know, because he's really like a freak of nature. He absorbs things and listens to others of no matter what like background or what they're offering. He's constantly looking for inspiration or references or just knowledge in general. I think ultimately though it's changed over the span is like taste and style of your take. So like from year one to now, I've looked at like probably millions of frames and touched hundreds of thousands of stuff, and I guess that it makes it easier for like later in life, you know exactly what is good. It gets close. Your taste bar level like gets closer if you know where and where not to go. Say for example, like So like this is like an artist, and this is their taste bar level of like when they first start, and when you start you're like, oh man, like I'm so sick, like I know it looks good, I know it doesn't, da da da. But you put something out at this when you just start, and the taste is down here, and you're like, man, why doesn't it look like with the stuff I like? And it takes that 10,000, 30,000 hours to like slowly get closer. Transformers is the greatest movie of all time. As a kid, you watch it and you're just like, this is awesome. You don't know why or why not. And you get older and you're like, why did I like that? The CGI it's just like one of one, to where studios didn't know, CGI was so new and like at its peak, studios didn't know how to exploit it yet. So they were just like pushing money and letting production duration like run on for a year, 2 years. So it's just beautiful of like hundreds of thousands of little pieces of like shiny metals and stuff. And then Michael Bay's filming is just motion based, of every shot is like either like coming around something or just like in the sky, or just so much motion, to where it just feels cool. It feels like a roller coaster. Feels like you're watching a skate video. Skate videos are just like moving forward, coming around things, and then the camera's like pointed up at a subject.
I saw in one of your interviews that you're into documentary, right?
Yes, it just comes easier to me if like real stuff. Even movies, like I'm not hip. I really don't know much about like the classics, narrative movies. It's but real stuff like documentaries and even music videos, because it's like a real music videos is like real. It's a real person who's like acting in the real world and with you. MTV music videos, YouTube was huge. Of like, there was a huge spike in like Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Kanye, like all the music videos went to YouTube and had traction that on one website we'll never see again, because it's all like dispersed, and then people aren't watching an artist with their song. You'll be clicking through Instagram stories and you're hearing a song and you're seeing your friend, you'll get the same validation or like kind of reaction that you would watching like a music video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where you don't even think about, oh, I need to go see this music video, because you're already fed watching like just like constant music, click, 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 like yeah.